It's that time of the year again, where all kinds of interesting characters roam the streets of this small New England town. Salem, Massachusetts is known for its history. It was established in the early 1600s, making it one of the oldest cities in the U.S. Now, today it's known for its spooky tourism, but back in the day, it was a city that feared the unknown. Whoa. It was a terrifying period in American history, the Salem witch trials, when innocent people were tried and even executed because their neighbors believed they were witches.
They started believing in witchcraft around 1692, and it went on for so long, and it took so many people's lives.
At first glance, 19-year-old Sophie Layton Toomey looks like she's living in the past. Dressed head to toe in clothes from the 1600s, she's one of the youngest actors in Cry Innocent, a group that reenacts the Salem witch trials.
For me, I get so into it. So much so that I feel what they're feeling, what the character's feeling, what they're thinking, how they would react to certain things.
She plays different female characters that actually existed in Salem hundreds of years ago. What is the process of preparing for the roles? Is there a lot of research involved?
Oh yeah, I mean, you definitely need to, since these people are real, like they were in history, you definitely need to know a little bit of background about them.
Just not bring this fellow here to plague me?
Today in court, some man accused my husband and me of doing witchcraft, and she snapped. I snapped, and that's exactly how she would react, because I was just like, I felt outraged, I felt insulted.
All rise, people, all rise.
Nathan Burgett is another actor in the play.
I just mentally prepare for what's the distinctions between each character, what's the different facial features, how do they walk, and all that type of stuff.
The Lord have mercy on your
The play
soul.
takes place in the late 1600s, a time when the citizens of Salem were all on edge. It all started in 1692, when two young girls became mysteriously ill.
They're writhing and they're contorting and yelling and throwing Bibles against the wall and crawling into the fireplace. I mean, just bizarre behavior. And by their standards, there wasn't a biological reason for why these girls were acting like that, so it was not a far leap for them to imagine it was witchcraft.
From that point on, more strange things happened,
Bridget Bishop has been accused for witchcraft.
and fingers pointed to those who were different, accusing them of witchcraft and arresting them on the spot.
It was name-calling to the most dire degree, because remember that calling these folks a witch meant that they were affiliated with the devil. But in 1692, this was a critical and, in fact, life-threatening accusation to make against someone.
But the Salem witch trials weren't fair. Historians say the accusations were based more on personal disagreements than actual evidence.
The tensions that were going on in society at the time, a very small society, rifts between families, and a whole host of other socio-economic, gender-based stereotypes.
May the Lord have mercy on your soul.
In the end, 19 people were convicted of witchcraft and executed.
It was just a big mess, but it's not uncommon. I mean, people get scared, people don't think clearly, and I think fear is such a powerful weapon against people because it really puts them in line.
Centuries later, those who are different are welcomed with open arms. But people today can still learn from the timeless lessons of the witch trials.
The Salem witch trials is a way to talk about bullying in modern society, for example. How people are treated and sort of vilified because they're not part of the in crowd.
It's such a great thing to remember so you don't make the same mistake.
Embracing our history so we are no longer bewitched by the trials of the past. Arielle Hixson, Channel 1 News.